Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Principal Chris Costa, we welcome you to Joseph Case High School for the softball contest between the visiting Rams of Northbridge and your own Case High College. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. We trust that you will feel welcome as a guest of Joseph Case High School, and we encourage you to demonstrate good sportsmanship no matter what your feelings of loyalty may be towards one team or the other. MIAA bylaws clearly stipulate that poor sports or unsportsmanship-like acts may cause a person to be removed from the contest. We ask that you also assume responsibility for good sportsmanship. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, introducing today's starting lineup, beginning with the visiting Northbridge Rams. Subs, number 9, Olivia Chimanova. 10, Emma Yago. 24, AJ Hogan. Now we have the starting lineup. 20, Mia Pellegrino, pitcher. 12, Olivia Roboda, left field. 34, Dakota Grisales, first base. Number 6, Riley Austin, center field. 21, Kylie Gonzalez, shortstop. 11, Emily Guarino, catcher. 14, Lorelei Draper, third base. Number 8, Natalie Gasol, second base. 15, Callie right. And now introducing today's starting lineup, beginning with the visiting, and now your Joseph Case High School. Caitlin Shit. Sorry, Caitlin. Caitlin Shea, number 4, outfielder. Olivia Williams, number 9. Michaela Garcia, 10. Kaylin Duran, 17. Gianna Lamoureux, 21. Sydney Furtado, 22. Brooke Perron, 30. Madeline Duquette, 39. Kylie Cabral, 40. Izzy Janicki, 99. Now your starting lineup. Number 11, Megan Smith, center field. 15, Nicole Rebello, third base. 14, Bree Fonts, catcher. Number 2, Sky Dupree, second base. 23, Ella Preston, first base. 13, Meg Pereira, left field. Number 24, Lily Picard, shortstop. Number 88, Maddie Botello, right field. And number 7, Lila Alvarez, pitching. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, everyone, here we go from the campus of Brown Elementary School in Swansea. We welcome you to our coverage of the MIAA Division IV softball tournament. And today, it's the round of 16 as the number 1 Joseph Case Cardinals are getting set to take on the number 16 Northbridge Rams. Hello, everyone. I'm Keegan Hambla alongside Tyler Clark for our Swansea Community Network Channel 9 and for the SCN YouTube channel. Tyler, let's start out with that last game, 22-0 win against West Bridgewater. I don't know if we're going to see that again, but
Keegan, I'd be surprised if we see that again, but it didn't surprise me coming out of there with how great this Case team has been all year. They finished the regular season with an amazing 18-1 record, which actually matched, 19-1 record, which matched their record from last year when they won the state championship. And once again, they're coming in as the 1 seed. But yeah, 22-0. West Bridgewater was the 32 seed. I expected that it would be, a blowout, or at least, what you would expect with such a matchup. But I think it being that one-sided, I think just shows that this Case team is to be feared coming into this tournament. Northbridge coming off of a victory over Littleton High School in their opening round. Littleton was the 17 seed and Northbridge won with a score of 9-8. Don't know much about this Northbridge team, Keegan. It's the first time I've ever experienced a Northbridge game in my time at Swansea Community Network. I don't think you've seen one either.
No, I have not.
You have not.
Well, let's see what happens. Say you mentioned those 9 runs in that last game. The round of 32 for the Case side, it was a combined 1-hitter between Alvarez and Durand. Alvarez is going to get the start today. I don't know if we're going to see a similar stretch, but I think the pitching has to stay up to par with that some way, somehow.
Alvarez, a phenomenal freshman pitcher for Case. I think she's exceeded everyone's expectations going into this year, and should be a force for several years now going forward. Case only lost that 1 game earlier in the year to Apponequet. Apponequet got them early in the year, and that was it. They beat DR twice, maybe 3 times, I don't remember.
Yeah, Apponequet finished 2nd in the SEC for softball.
Apponequet's a good team. I'll do a rundown of the tournament bracket later on as we go. It's a beautiful day for softball.
Yeah, a little breezy, but...
And it's your first game back at Swansea Community Network in some time. Glad to be sitting next to you again, joined by our director, Adam Kitchen. Filming.
Got the text from you yesterday. I was like, hey, might as well, right? Haven't done it. State tournament time. Might as well take advantage of it.
Reaching out, just trying to get everyone involved. 1 camera approach here. Director Adam Kitchen out of the back of his truck. We have 2 cameras, though, right? We have one behind, yes. We have one behind, a mounted camera behind home plate. All right, Keegan, here we go.
All right, pitcher versus pitcher in the first at-bat. Mia Pellegrino steps up, and she is going to pop this one up, and that one will be grabbed easily by the catcher, Fonts, 1 away.
That's a nice easy start. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Olivia Ferboda will step up next. She'll be playing left field today. 1 pitch, 1 out so far. You can probably see it on the camera that a lot of cars piling up and a good crowd making their way here today.
It's 3:30 start time. We were a little bit delayed with the start time. I had to get the umpires here and they played the national anthem as well. But it will fill up. Yeah, as you just said, pretty good crowd all around us.
You also got to think about, too, that the Brown Elementary School, they're probably just getting out around the same time as well. So that could have also had something to do with it.
I got out just before this game started.
That one's going to be inside, run the count to 2-0. Lila Alvarez, you mentioned, a freshman on this team, so wasn't part of that championship team last year, so doesn't have that experience quite yet as some of these other players.
She was not, but you would never know that looking at her pitch this year.
Fires that one in for a strike. Head coach of the Cardinals is Shannon Silva. She's been the varsity coach now for 5 years. She was a back-to-back state champion in the 90s with Case as a pitcher, so we'll see if she can do it this time going back-to-back as a coach.
She's running an incredible program here. As soon as she took over, it's been, and I think the last 2 years have been more success than anyone really could have imagined.
That one's going to be fouled back. And also one thing I noticed too about the Rams side, not a lot of subs to go to compared to the Case side, only 3 subs on there.
Yeah, a 12-player roster. They introduce all the players in a ceremony before the game as well.
That one swung on into right, and that'll be a routine grab by Botello. Had to go over to her right a little bit, but was able to make the grab.
Not too bad.
Dakota Grisella steps up now.
Presumably the sister of number 5 hitter, Kylie Grisellis.
See if that can add some sort of chemistry as well for this side. That one in there for a strike.
Alvarez with great control as she pitches. She's got a number of different pitches in her arsenal. This is the 4th time I've seen Case softball play this year. Pereira's been the pitcher in 2 of those games.
Oh, 1 pitch will be looped and right towards the center fielder Smith. 1, 2, 3 they go in the top of the 1st. Great start for Case.
There you go. Nobody gets on base. You can't ask for much more.
So you mentioned we were going to talk about that tournament bracket a little bit. Let's go to what it looks like for the winner of this game. The winner of this game is going to take on the winner of number 8 Hampshire Regional. They're 13-7 during the regular season, and number 9 Clinton, they are 9-9. That game is coming up at 5 o'clock. So maybe if this game goes a little long, we might be able to get an update in between on that. But whoever advances from this one, whoever advances from that next one, that's sure to make a really good Elite 8 matchup.
Hampshire Regional is also the team that Case defeated in the state championship game last year. Hampshire Regional was the 2 seed. Cardinals came in as the 1 seed. That game was played at UMass Amherst. Case came out victorious. And that, in the MIA tournament this year, Case does come in once again as the 1 seed. Shaping out the top 9, number 2 is Tynesboro, 3 Pittsfield, 4 Advanced Math and Science Academy, who Case played last year as the 16 seed. Number 5 Abington, 6 is Uxbridge, 7 Amesbury, 8 Hampshire Regional, and then number 9, as you said, Clinton. Speaking of Clinton, a little irony, the Case baseball team is currently playing Clinton High School as we speak.
Yeah, that's a 3 versus 14 seed matchup, and that's going to be an interesting one because of Clinton's last game, right?
So, a little bit of story with that. Clinton was the 3 seed, as you just said. They played the 30 seed Ipswich in the opening round and won 1-0 in 9 innings. So a very good game by the 30 seed. For Case baseball, they were the 14 seed. They defeated 19-seeded Wacona Regional, which, as you know from experience, is nowhere near us.
Nope, 3 hours away in Dalton.
3.5 hours up in Dalton. But here we go with softball. The hitting machine, Meg Smith, to start us off.
And she's going to face a good pitcher today, Mia Pellegrino. Doing it very well on both sides. She's leading off for a reason. That one's going to be outside for a ball.
Meg Smith known to swing at the first pitch. A little patience here with a 2-0 count. She is the textbook definition of a contact machine. If that ball's on the ground, she's probably going to beat it out with her speed as well.
Just waiting a fine one to strike on. That one's going to be outside again, run it to 3-0.
As we've said before in Swansea Community Network, Meg Smith will be heading to Bryant University in the fall to play field hockey. We wish her success there. Don't think we need to wish her. I think she'll find it. Staple of the field hockey team for Case for years. And that one's over.
That's a strike. That runs it to 3-1. That seems to be one of the more popular sports, at least when students are going to Bryant field hockey. We've had a couple players from Somerset, from Seekonk. They all seem to be going there.
Bryant is a very strong field hockey team. Meg Smith works a walk.
Nicole Rebello will step up now. Rebello playing third base today for the Cardinals.
Watch for Meg Smith to be taken off for second here. She's a notorious base thief out there. Rebello.
And there she goes, and she picked a good pitch.
It's a foul.
Go on.
Actually,
oh, no, it wasn't.
It was a bunt that went foul. So I know what they were thinking.
And see that this is the first time for any baseball, softball game that I've done wherever it may be that I've been in the outfield. So
yeah, we have a new setup out here this year. Usually we were down that right field line, kind of near the batting cage, but I like this new spot out here. Gives you a good view of everything. Although we almost got hit with a home run last game. Landed between us.
That one is going to be fouled back towards the buses. That'll be an 0-2 count. Now you would know from doing a couple games here this season, so I believe you mentioned before the game that those batting cages are new, right? Like those weren't there maybe at the beginning of this year or a few years back?
Well, the batting cages are there. I think they've just kind of retooled them to make them a little better.
That one is cracked into center, hung up a little bit though, and Austin makes the grab for the first out for the Rams.
Good contact, just under it a little bit. Here's the meat of the order here.
That's Brianna Fonts now stepping up.
Fonts can pop one out of here anytime she gets up. She's the one who actually hit it. It landed right between where you and Adam Kitchen are. Like it was, I really thought that was going to hit us. That was the last game that we did here. It was a softball game. It was just Adam and I out here.
I don't know if you can keep that as a souvenir, though. You probably have to
Here
give
goes
it
Meg
back.
Smith.
And, oh, that's close. Oh, they're going to say safe. Good attempt there from Smith, and she slides in.
That's very close. That tag may have been just a little bit too high.
Perfect throw, too, over from Guarino.
That was a great throw. That was... But Meg Smith is just that fast. That's the closest I've ever seen her to be thrown out here this year.
That one's going to be up high now. I've noticed from softball compared to baseball, there's no leading off. You got to start on the base.
Correct. Softball function essentially like Little League baseball rules where you have to stay on the base. Now, as soon as the ball hits the plate, you can do what you'd like.
So does it matter if it's like a one? Let's see what happens here. Yep, there she goes. That one smacked in the left. That one's got some distance. And it's gone! It just snuck over the fence and the Cardinals lead 2-0.
Laser beam. And that is why Bree Fonts is so dangerous.
The dugout empties as Fonts crosses home.
I think we both yelled gone at the same time.
Yes. That was hit on a rope over the fence.
I didn't think that was going out. I thought that was going to be off the fence. And then that cleared by maybe 6 inches over the top of the fence.
Hey, you called at the top of the at-bat. She can hit it out whenever she wants.
So can Dupree. The whole lineup can smack. I mean, there's a reason why they're the 1 seed in the tournament. It's not by coincidence. It's not by luck. This is all skill and phenomenal coaching.
Well, it's always important to get that first run. I always help out that momentum. That one smacked into right, hangs up enough for the second out. That grab made by Tevapau.
Let's put it this way. If a team wins the tournament, the next year they're usually good, but they lose some key pieces that got them to the tournament.
And that happened this year with Case.
And that happened, but if you had told me before the season started that they would be the 1 seed again, I would not have believed you. I thought they were going to be good. I mean, I was predicting like a 4-5 seed, and then they've shattered expectations, and they get singles like that.
That one smacked into left center field, and that'll be a single for Preston. Ella Preston
Go back
is playing first base today.
Preston wasn't even a starter in the last game I did. That's how much depth they have. They can move pieces around as they need to.
Here is Megan Pereira. A 2 away, 1 on, lined into left, and I think that's a foul ball.
Foul,
it is.
Yeah. Good piece.
I mean, you'll take it though, make the contact, right?
Pereira's a great hitter. She actually put one over the fence in one of the games that I did earlier this year as well. Landed right around where we are. We're in like the happy zone right now.
Smacked in the center. That one is heading off the fence.
As I said, we're in the happy zone.
It's going to be a double. The runner will hold at third.
I thought that one was gone. It just kept rising and rising, and that did not miss a home run by much.
There is a breeze that is going. So maybe that is, yep. Maybe that is affecting it. Second and third with 2 away, and Picard goes to the plate.
Picard is essentially a human vacuum there at shortstop. Nothing gets by her.
Pellegrino with the pitch. That one, more contact. That one's going to drop.
That's going to get 2 home.
2 runs will score. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Picard. It's 4-0 Case.
Keep the train rolling. And this is why they're the 1 seed. They just explode. And they're doing it in the first inning. They've already sent 8 girls to the plate.
I mean, if you're Pellegrino and you're the Rams, how do you get out of it?
All you can do is throw strikes.
That one's in the left for another hit. They are going to send the runner home. It's 5-0. I wonder if we're going to have a mound visit pretty soon.
I mean, I wouldn't say Pellegrino's pitching poorly. She's doing fine. It's just this Case team can hit.
Now, some of those inside pitches, she's able to catch the corner on some of them.
Yeah, it's not. Well, this is Lila Alvarez, the number 9 hitter. And you'll notice, too, with Case, that ends the inning.
That was a good grab by Verboda coming in to make that grab.
They are not afraid to swing at the first pitch at all. Let's go through that. That's 5 runs.
Yeah, 2 RBI home run from Fonts, 2 RBI double for Picard, and a 1 RBI single for Botello.
5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and only 1 left on.
Well, it's everything you wanted as a Case fan right from the get-go. I mean, Northbridge, what's going to be their strategy? What do you think?
We've been over this. It's hard to develop a strategy against this Case lineup. The best thing that Northbridge can do is limit the mistakes on their end. Case is going to hit it. You can't not have them hit it. They're going to hit it all over the place, but Northbridge can keep this game under control if they can limit the mistakes. And I'm not saying they even made any in that first inning. That's what's frightening.
Well, you can look back to the last game against West Bridgewater. Case scored 22 runs, but they only had 12 hits in that game.
Yeah, that's just, if you limit, you're not going to stop Case from hitting. They're going to hit it, and they're going to hit it hard, and they're going to hit it often. It's just a matter of controlling what you do with it when they actually hit it to you, is the best way I can describe it. Northbridge, as we've said, they don't know Case. They play. Let me actually load up here to give you an idea about some of the teams that Northbridge has faced this year. If I load it up. So Northbridge is a small town just south of Worcester, off of 146 on the way up. They are, I'm not sure what league they're based out of, but to give an idea about the teams that they played Bay Path, Regionalville Tech, Millbury, Southbridge, Auburn, Bartlett, Grafton. So all these regional teams up in Sutton, Hudson. These are the teams that Northbridge has played.
I do believe both teams played Norton this year as well.
Did
so
they both play? That would be interesting.
I believe it was a
They did?
16-7 loss.
17-7 loss.
17-7.
So they do have a familiar opponent in Norton, who finished 19-2. They're no slouches. In fact, one of Norton's only losses was actually to Case, and it was 14-1, to give you an idea about that.
So you can always look at that, compare results to different teams.
But they do have one common opponent. Norton new to playing in the South Coast Conference. I always think it's the SEC. They call it the Southeast Conference and the South Coast Conference. It's referred to as both, and the letters sound similar too.
This is Riley Austin, who's going to swing and miss for strike one. Now, I don't know if it works the same with Northbridge as it does Case, but I believe the main schedule is 12 games against SEC teams, 6 of them, 1 home, 1 away.
Typically.
And then I believe it's 2 other teams that you do a 1 home, 1 away against. That could be a school like Dartmouth, as that one's fouled back.
That's what they did with Dartmouth this year. They were supposed to have 2 against Bishop Stang, and it rained considerably when it was supposed to be senior day against Bishop Stang, and the game was canceled. They did senior day actually against West Bridgewater before the game began. They did the ceremony rather in the playoff game. That
one's going to be outside for a ball.
It's usually fair if you're playing a team that you play 1 game there and 1 game away. So they try to fill the schedule.
Yeah, they might also have some, I don't know if they do it for softball, maybe in-season tournament stuff that we see sometimes at the basketball, hockey level.
Yeah, you do. We don't really see that in the South Coast Conference, but in other places, I mean, they kind of do what they want in other parts of Massachusetts.
Here comes the pitch from Alvarez. That one fouled back again off the fence.
So good at bat from Riley Austin. I'm looking at that. There's a third baseman for the Braves named Austin Riley.
Yeah.
So I keep ready to say, no, her name is Riley Austin. It's the flip of that. Who the Red Sox are playing right now, actually, the Atlanta.
Yeah, they had a 135 start today, and that one swung on and missed. Yep. First strikeout of the day for Alvarez, and that'll bring up the other Grisoulis and Kylie.
Now batting, number 21, Kylie Grisoulis.
Presumed sister of Dakota. I don't know who the older one is. I see no.
It's not a common last name, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, if the 2 of them are not related at all to each other, that's a massive coincidence. So if you live in Fall River or New Bedford and your last name is Costa or Rebello or something like that, then all right, well, you're probably not related, but a name like that. But if there's another student who went to your school whose last name is Hamblett, you're like, well, then I have a fairly common last name in Clark. Sometimes when you see that, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna
find anybody.
I'm not gonna find anyone else like that one. As the wind really picks up here.
And that one ended up skipping by the catcher. It was in the dirt. Maybe that had something to do with it.
It was a foul. You were looking away to.
Oh, who cares? Maybe it ended up being a curveball. We'll say it that way.
It was fouled, so that's why it went by the catcher. It is hard to see out here. And we were looking away briefly to deal with the papers, too.
That one is low in the dirt that time.
That one's definitely, yeah.
Alvarez with the count in her favor at the moment, nobody on.
She just needs to get it over. Let them hit it. Her defense will make the plays.
Swung on and missed, another strikeout. 2 down, Guarino to the plate.
Now batting number 11, Emily Guarino.
Emily Guarino, the catcher for the Rams here. All right-handed lineup so far.
She had that good throw to second that just missed on the out.
Oh, that was
Smith was running.
That was a beam to second. I think Smith was a little surprised.
And Smith's going to be leading off the bottom of the second when we get there. Go right back up to the top.
Yep, that's what this team does. They hit it and they don't miss it.
Alvarez throws another strike. Perfect pitch right up top.
I just got told the Red Sox won 9-0 today.
Wow.
Over Atlanta.
That one a little bit low that time. More fans still making their way here. They've started piling up the cars on the side street.
Yeah, I figured they would. 3:30 start time's a little awkward for some people to get here. 4 o'clock's a little more reasonable when you're out of work.
Well, you had your job earlier today, right? With the teaching?
Yeah, I left a little early today.
Poor students couldn't see Mr. Clark until the end.
Yeah, I'll get over it.
That one is fouled back.
Anyone who parks in that a lot, kind of in the foul line behind down right field, is taking some blind luck and blind faith that that ball doesn't crash over there. I actually parked behind us today because when I showed up it was pickup time from Brown School.
That one is gonna go foul.
Hey, great at bat from Guarino here, making Alvarez throw some pitches.
Hey, any way you can work up that pitch count, you'll take it. That was Rebello who made the attempt over from third trying to get to it. Can she get a 3 strikeout top of the second inning? We'll find out. Here's the pitch.
Got her. Whoa. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks.
That's textbook style right there from Alvarez and the Cardinals. Let's see, while we're in the middle of this inning, I'll take a look at that bracket, see if we can find any updates on any of the Division IV softball scores. I know some of the teams have advanced.
Yeah, you gotta look. Sometimes the MIA is not quick. You gotta look at the. I'm not live. Oh. What is it? Who's playing? Northbridge. And Case. Who's winning? Case is winning 5-0 in the second inning. Just started. Thank you. This is it's a MIA tournament game. So Northbridge is the 16 seed. Case is the 1. All right. So we're not live, but it will be uploaded on the Swansea Community Network and on YouTube eventually. You're welcome.
See, always good to get some fans around. Surprised no pictures were taken, unfortunately. That's okay. Some of those score updates. Abington, who's the 5 seed, defeated number 12 Lunenburg. That was 12-1. They made a statement in that game.
Some of these teams are high seeds for a reason. As I said, it's not a coincidence.
Number 6 Uxbridge defeated number 11 East Bridgewater. That was 2-0.
That's a good game.
They'll be playing number 3 Pittsfield, who are 9-3 winners against number 14 East Hampton. That's all we got for now in terms of results coming in from the Sweet 16 games. We do have a couple other ones today.
As we said before, Case, if they win, they will await the winner of the 8 and 9 game, which will be played here as Smith
hits it on the infield, and that's going to most likely go down as an error.
I don't know about that one. You think it was an error?
Yeah, I think she could have turned it that time. I mean, Smith, although she has the speed,
she was booking it down that line.
That was the shortstop, Kylie Grzoulis.
See, when I did these games with Brady, I was always like very lenient about giving infield singles.
Yeah.
He was the dictator. Would be like, nope, that's an error, so I'll take your word for it.
Bunt attempt, can they advance the runner? They will, and they'll get the out at first.
Rebello's out on the sacrifice. Guess who's up?
Fonts, 2 RBI homer in the first inning, and has a chance to get another RBI. We got Smith in scoring position.
The outfield takes a few steps back.
Looks like they're playing some walk-up songs today, too. We can hear it.
Kylie Grizelis was, yeah. Or Kylie Grizelis, sorry. I think they actually said it was Grizelis in the pre.
Yeah, I think they said Grizelis in the pregame, and now they get a new PA announcer saying Grizelis. But we're not experts. We just got the roster about a half hour before this started.
Apologize to the Northbridge players if I say your name wrong. Fonts rips it.
Smacked in the center for a hit. Are they going to wave the runner? Yes, they are. The throw will come home. Not in time. 6-0 Case, and it's going to go down as an RBI double for Fonts.
I think that's a single and then advance on the throw. It's an RBI nonetheless. She went to second on the throw.
There's a reason I let Brady do these baseball and softball games.
Hey, we just had a discussion about an error and a single, so. No, if she was still rounding when she came, I would have said double, and they're going to get courtesy runner in here. Yeah, Sydney Furtado's in there. She's usually the token courtesy runner for Cardinals. They do that so Fonz can look at the gear on out there to start the next inning.
Now, I'm not going to say this just because it's a pinch runner, but do you think we're going to get to a point if Case keeps building on their lead? Do you think we get to a point where maybe we see different players, all these subs come in?
We've seen it this year, so full disclaimer. This is the 4th Swansea Community Network game that we've done. All 3 games so far this year were 5-inning mercy rules. And in every time in the 4th and 5th inning, we saw substitutes coming in. It was, we've seen a lot of success here at Swansea Community Network on the softball side of things, I'll put it that way. And yes, we usually see, not the whole, they don't usually empty the whole bench, but they do enter some players in, but we've seen how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have 18 players on the active roster. If you want to talk about depth, that's unbelievable.
There could be more, too, because I believe in the introductions that they were naming some players that I didn't see on my list. Maybe that's JV players coming up. I don't know exactly.
It could be, but there's a lot of interest and a very strong softball program all throughout the town of Swansea. There's a lot of these girls actually play in travel teams together as well, so they have years of experience playing with each other. But it's like, you know, if you're a great player and you know you can one day be one of the best players on the high school team, you're going to take that chance.
That one is out of here.
Another one.
Wow. That one had distance on that one from Dupree.
He gets a honk about it, too. That one was not even close.
That's another 2-run home run.
I gotta go find it now. It's amidst the sea of cars out here.
I don't know. It looked like it went to the right of the truck that was honking. So hopefully somebody can find it.
That was launched.
That one you knew it right off the crack.
Oh, that was his second that was hit. That was gone. Fonts I wasn't so sure about. And that barely scraped out of here.
That one was nubbed foul behind.
And they're going to send, it's like a second fan is out there looking for the ball.
It's got to be underneath. Hopefully it's not near your car.
No, I'm all the way down with the fence. It's definitely not near mine.
I'm parked. My car is all the way by itself. I'm on the end right there, right behind one of the batting practice stations. That one's going to be popped out to third.
Kind of tomahawked that one.
That was Lorelei Drapeau making it.
So before the game started, we were talking about, you know, home run threats in the Case lineup, and the 2 names I said were Bree Fonts and Sky Dupree, and look who has the home runs.
And Fonts and Dupree.
That's why they hit 3-4.
Pellegrino going to throw one in the dirt. No, to hit her.
She had to advance on the hit by pitch. The thing about Fonts and Dupree, neither of them are seniors.
Now, there's 4 seniors, right, on this Case Cardinals team?
Meg Smith, Picard. I don't know this as well as Brady does.
Shout out Brady Kudo, by the way.
Caitlin Shea is one. I got to check on the others.
Now here is Picard. She's going to hit that one. That's going to hang up, though, and Austin is there to make the grab, and the bottom of the second is over.
Maybe Fonz is a seat. I don't remember.
Probably somewhere on
Oh,
the X or Instagram sites. Well, 3 more runs in that bottom of the second. Run the score to 8-0 Case after 2.
3 runs on 2 hits, possibly 3, but I won't argue. An error, and then 1 left on the Pereira hit by pitch. And as you said, my good sir, that would be 8-0 going into the third.
Now, what we have this time, I want to talk about what you mentioned about a few minutes ago about those youth teams doing the softball. Maybe with the success that Case is having, this could get more of these players interested in softball, and that could help lead to a bigger audience, or like maybe scout better players as they get closer to that high school level if they decide to go to Case.
Case has a very strong softball program from the start in town, which has really helped, even from like young girls as they go and they get older. It's been for years a very, strong and supportive softball town, and you're seeing it pay off here finally with this unprecedented run that they've been on the last 2 years, winning the state tournament. The year before, I don't remember how far they actually made it before they lost as well. It might have been the championship game. I really don't remember. But yeah, if you're good enough, you can one day when you're older, if you're a 6-year-old girl and you're playing softball in 10 years, you can be the star of the high school.
Yeah.
You can get scouted. You can get scholarship offers. Case is known as a powerhouse now. I basically called them the UConn of mass softball. They just churn out every year. It's just amazing how they just keep doing it.
Now, I don't know if this is a school decision or not, but maybe with the continued success, there's a way that Case might be able to jump up a division or 2 in the next few years or so.
They usually base the division off of enrollment in the school. They could easily, stick with Durfee and Brockton and New Bedford and these bigger schools, but that's how they usually set the divisions is because of that. It's just enrollment. They just have way more students to pull from. But no, you're right. Schools have changed divisions. It is possible.
Yeah, it all depends on the sport too. Like, I know, being from Somerset, some of the division changes, hockey moved from D2 to D3 this past season, and they ended up making the Final Four after a couple first-round exits and a couple years stretch.
As you know, Somerset Berkeley Regional High School is a bit bigger of a...
Yeah, so it could be that.
As it is, Somerset has a higher population than Swansea, and then you just add on the population of Berkeley, which is not a lot, I know, but it still adds to the high school. But yeah, I know you're right. They do change divisions. I think it's mostly based off of population, but they have other factors. By the way, this is Lorelei Drapeau up for the Rams, number 5 hitter in the lineup.
Playing third base today.
It's been 6 up, 6 down for Alvarez so far. She had 3 consecutive strikeouts in the last inning. Had a pop out and 2 flyouts in the first.
Well, let's hope you don't jinx it this time and Drapeau will get the hit. Alvarez still out there pitching for the Cardinals. That one is a swing and a miss for strike 3, 4 straight strikeouts now for Alvarez.
You can just tell by that swing how you don't know what kind of pitch is coming. Steadily face-old. Second baseman.
Looked like a bunt attempt at first, but she'll pull it back. They're going to say a strike, though. I don't know if that caught the zone or if that was just an attempt and trying to say she went.
I'm not sure. Dropping down a bunt right now for the Rams may not be a bad try, but unfortunately, the thing about Case, not only do they have incredible pitching and hitting, their defense is on point as well.
They had the first inning. He had a couple pop-outs, a couple fly-outs. The first out was on the first pitch right to the catcher.
Yeah, it's... Excuse me, coughing a bit. You put it in play, and your fielders are probably going to make the play. Lily Picard out there at shortstop is incredible. He sucks up everything. She actually made the final out of the state championship last year. It was a ground ball to short. Threw the runner out at first.
That 2-1 pitch will be in there for a strike on the outside corner. I can see it too. We see it from the right fielder right now and Botello. Like, there's communication out there. They can tell, like, maybe where that pitch is and where it might be heading towards if she gets good contact on it.
It's a very well-coached team, and they communicate exceptionally well with each other too. That's just part of what makes them so great. But there's a full count now to Fasold. So can the Rams possibly get a base runner? Get some momentum in this game.
3-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. Carter looking 5 straight strikeouts.
Right down Broadway. Fooled her on that one. It's like Sergio Romo striking out Miguel Cabrera.
Kelly Tevapo up next. Playing right field, number 9 position, number 9 hitter. Caught the bottom.
Alvarez is...
She's feeling it.
He's feeling it now.
Oh, 1 pitch will be smacked in play. Going to be a tough play, and they are not going to get her.
Infield single. That's how you do it.
Good hustle, though, from Tevapo. Sometimes we see the runner slow down a little bit.
No, I was just kind of hit off the end of the bat into no man's land there.
Now back to the top of the order with Mia Pellegrino.
Well, if you're Fairhaven, you found a crack in the armor. In the book, it looks like a screaming line drive, but you got your first hit out there.
That one smacked. That one's going to drop for another hit. So back-to-back singles here from the Rams.
Hey, they're not going away here.
And they're still towards the top of the order. Pellegrino was the number 1 hitter. Now you go right to number 2 and Froboda.
They say Froboda.
Hey, we're not experts on pronouncing. There's a reason why Brady's doing Nesson stuff and we're not.
Yeah. This inning's not over yet. Rams can push something across here. Back-to-back singles.
If we're looking at it from the Case side, though, there is 2 outs.
There are 2 outs in the inning. Force at any base except for home.
That one is popped up in the infield. It's playable, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Rams did put a little bit of pressure on the Cardinals.
They did. They got 2 on.
No run score.
2 singles.
Due up in the next inning for the Cardinals is going to be Botello, Alvarez, and Smith, 8-9-1.
Smith will have her 3rd at bat in 3 innings.
That's insane.
Yes.
That's crazy. Now, do you know what time that Case boys baseball game started today?
I believe it was 3 or 3:30. I don't.
Well, again, if you're watching on our Swansea Community Network Channel 9 or on our YouTube channel, we do thank you. I'm Keegan Hambler with Tyler Clark. Adam Kitchen is our director and running our camera today. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's not just sports stuff that they post. They got some community events. I believe one of the things was a cooking show that they have on there as well.
We have a longtime friend of the network, Lucy Cabral, has a weekly show that she does showcasing local job opportunities in town. Lots of good things at Swansea Community Network happening. I'm trying to find... I don't have the connections like some of these other people do here.
Maybe it's time for an iPhone upgrade. Brady bothered me for so long about my iPhone. What number do you have?
It's the whatever the newest SE is.
I don't know, I lost track. I had the 8 probably up until last Christmas, and then I finally got it replaced. And I don't like it. There's no home button on it. I don't enjoy it. Yours has it,
I
though.
like my home button.
That one is smacked into center, but Smith is there for the first out. Keep swinging away, though. They're getting good contact on it.
It was Austin was there.
Oh.
Smith plays for Keith.
No. Yeah, I messed up.
That's why I'm here. I'm here. I've done it many times.
Yeah, I was looking at the Cardinals lineup. It's
Yeah,
on the same page as my notes with the outfield. That one hit on the infield. Oh, good diving play to get it, but the throw will not be made from Kylie Grzoulis.
Slap hit. Alvarez bats lefty, throws righty. Put that on the ground, infield single. Raise your top of the order back up. Caught that on the air.
A little bit too late, unfortunately, though, to try out for Case football.
Yeah. Paper just blew up and I casually just caught it. Meg Smith loves to swing at the first pitch. Well, the whole lineup does, but especially Meg Smith.
She swings
Like
on the
that.
first pitch that time, and it will be caught right at the fence. What a grab from Tevapo.
The right play. That was fantastic play out there.
That's the play of the game so far. I mean, you could probably say the home runs were too, but come on, that play, keep trying to keep them in it.
That's the best defensive play. That definitely would have been off the fence. That may have been close to being out, barely.
That was very tough. Again, we're on the other side. I don't know if it would have crept out. It definitely would have at least hit the fence, though, as Rebella will take a strike. Rebella's flown out and got caught on a sacrifice, advancing the runner to second. Pellegrino still on the mound for the Rams.
She's pitching well. She's not getting wild pitches and it's walks that kill you when you're wild. She's putting it over. She hasn't surrendered, I don't think, any walks yet. There's one hit by pitch. That was it.
Should have walked to Megan Smith, I think, unless I'm
Oh, yep, she did. I'm
mistaken,
wrong.
yep.
Let's advance on the wild pitch there. I'm incorrect. You're right. Meg Smith to start the game walked.
See, you came more prepared. Maybe we'll get a shot of it later. You got your own scorebook
This
that
is
you
the same
have.
scorebook as last year too. This is all the games that we've done. I keep them in here. You can actually, if you open to the Dartmouth page, it's like wet. It's like still like crinkly from when it rained on us.
That one is dropping
That's
quick, and it's going to fall. Here comes the run. It's 9-0, an RBI single.
Kind of hit that into no man's land. And
Here comes Fonts.
this dangerous hitter in the lineup.
Both of her at bat. She has driven in a run on a homer and on a single. That one is going to skip by, and that will advance the runner. Well, she made the turn thinking about third for a second.
Nicole Rebella was fast too. That ball, it kicks off of the fence in a direction. It's not impossible to make that run for it.
Now, I forget if they have this at the baseball field, but I like how they have the signage of the Case Cardinals. That one is hit.
That's coming right to
and
us.
that one is out of here, right over my head, off the car. 2-run score. Fonts' second home run of the day, and it's another 2 RBI home run.
Fonts is unbelievable. I stood up. I thought that was going to come right at the table.
I had that. It was just over my head.
It landed maybe 2 feet behind us. That one was easy to track down. We got to stay on our toes, Keegan. Brief Fonts.
This is what washed athletes do. We sit and call games in the outfield.
Brief Fonts. 3 for 3, 2 home runs and a single, 5 RBIs.
Up for player of the game right now. Brings up Dupree, who homered in her last at-bat.
Yeah, be on your toes. Probably a perfect shot from that camera behind home plate of me standing as I thought that ball was going to hit us.
11-0 Case in the bottom of the third inning. So now we've reached that 10-run plateau. So now the mercy rule would be in effect. 12 now?
12
okay.
after 5. It's 12 after 5 and 10 after 6. But we are heading in that direction right now. But Northbridge still gets the bat.
That one is a strike. Good pitch on the outside.
Dupree's 1 for 2, the home run you mentioned. She did fly out to right. He hit it pretty hard in her first at bat. And walks a walk.
Here comes Preston to the plate. Got a single and a pop out so far. Tell you what, whoever's doing the PA announcing back there, I don't know if that's one of the assistant coaches, one of the bench players, whoever's doing it is doing a really good job.
I can hear that very clearly. There's, projection, there's personality behind every player that bats.
That one cooked again. That is going to be caught. Good running grab.
Good play.
Coming over from Boda.
Good play. That easily could have gone overhead, but good defense. Hey, good defense so far from Northbridge. I'll give them that too, with some great defensive plays out there. But they can't do anything if the ball is hit over their head, which has happened 3 times now. 2 of them by Brefons. So 3 more runs for Case. How many hits? I count 3. And no errors. And they did leave 1 girl on after the Dupree walk. I thought Northridge might have escaped danger that inning. They had only 1 runner on with 2 outs, and then they got a bloop single and a blast. Bloop and a blast, as they say.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other games that we got going on today while we have a little bit. So
we got some time.
The other 4 round of 16 games are all happening today. You got number 10 South Hadley against number 7 Amesbury. That's started about a half hour ago at 4 o'clock. The Clinton Hampshire Regional, that's at 5 o'clock. Again, the winner of this game is going to take on the winner of that game. Case Northbridge obviously going on now. This one I'm definitely going to mispronounce. Tinsboro or
Tynesboro.
Defeated Millbury 10-1, so the 2 seed is going on to the Elite 8. There should be no surprise there, right?
That's a really small town up near the New Hampshire border, I believe, or way up there.
Frontier Regional against Advanced Math and Science. That is at 5 o'clock at Marlboro High School.
Advanced Math and Science is the 4. Familiar opponent for Case. Well, the Rams have their meat of their order up at 3-4-5. I wouldn't be surprised to see them finally push across at least a few runs here.
Dakota Grizelis steps up.
Got some good contact in that flight out to Meg Smith in the first.
That one just outside for a ball from Alvarez.
Cardinals so far, I think, have done a little more than prove their seeding here. What a team.
A 1-0 pitch. Belted, and that is going to be a single.
Just over the head of Ella Preston there. Nicked off her glove by, I think she was missed.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if that hit off the glove. It looked like it did.
Just nicked off the glove. So it goes in as an RBI, a line drive single.
Well, you got a runner on, so you might be able to get an RBI single at some point.
Northbridge bats have come to life here. I mean, it started with that little infield single, and then Pellegrino ripped one. They got out of the inning after the pop-up, but second time through the lineup.
That one popped up, and Fonts lets it go. That'll be one out. That was Alvarez coming over to make the catch.
Yes, she did. She made that herself. I wasn't sure.
Looked like Fonts had it, and then Alvarez must have said
Alvarez called her off. Because keep in mind, if you're the catcher, it's kind of disorientating as it's like straight up above you somewhere. As the pitcher, you have a better line at that.
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky either, so you got that sun that might be bothering you.
Right there.
That one is roped foul.
Whoa. Almost took out some of the Northbridge fans.
Look, they're all clapping it up. They're applauding that one.
One of the fans would say, hit it that way, pointing toward the field, rip it that way.
Hey, tell you what, they got the Alvarez had the first 8 batters out, and you were mentioning the Rams bats coming to life. They got singles in 3 of their last 5 players that have been up.
Sometimes all it takes to start a rally is a little infield single like Tavapo had there. She hits it, doesn't even make it halfway up the first baseline. And that's kind of what got it going for the Ram. They're making some good contact now. Still foul ball.
Yeah, that one headed over right by the warm-up stations. Looks like might be 2 of them there, one for pitching, one for batting. I got here about, I would say, an hour 15 before the game. Everybody was here warming up for that. That one be on the infield.
Watch for 2.
And they turn 2.
Got it. That is why that defense is so amazing.
Now, it looked like at first it was going to be a difficult play for Picard, but you mentioned it, when they need her to step up, she'll step up.
And just like that, the inning is over.
11-0, middle of the 4th. I really wish I prepped more before this game, because again, I only found out I was doing this last night, so
well, we'll see.
We have much prep time to do it.
We don't know here at Swansea Community Network. It depends on our schedule. We hope to bring more games in this tournament to you, but we will see. One, if it's played on a weekend, that makes it a little difficult to plan for, but we hope to bring more games. Well, they released. This game was actually originally scheduled, I think, for yesterday. That was the original plan, and then I don't know what moved it to today. Maybe they're trying to line it up more, which is good, because if it was scheduled for yesterday, we would not have been able to cover it. So this worked out. I don't know what the pacing for the schedule was like. The championship game is usually played around mid-June-ish.
Yeah, I know the championships, they're supposed to be next Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
So I don't know if you do it Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, they try not to play on weekends either. But again, I'm not the one making the schedule, so
I mean, that does make a little sense, because you got most of these student athletes that are probably working their jobs. They have other plans as well, so it does make it a little bit tougher that way.
That's part of why they try to avoid weekends, because as you said, a lot of these players have part-time jobs on the weekend.
That one is cracked to center, and making that grab that time was Riley Austin. A little high five after that fact from Austin Tavapo.
A lot of fly balls to the outfield.
That one's going to be up high for a ball. Now, I'm honestly hoping, I believe, I'm 99% sure that the Elite 8 game, it would still be here, because I know they get into their arena or whatever stadium conflicts where it's like it has to have a capacity of this many people.
Yeah, once you hit the Final Four is when they play a regional, a neutral site usually for everything. That's Nice
from the
play.
knees. Did they get her?
No.
Oh, heck of an attempt, though. Over from Grizelis.
Picard will take the infield single. That was a very close play at first. Heck of a play from Grizelis.
Yeah.
That's
That was going to be a double in the outfield if that one scored it by, because she made a diving attempt at that.
it'll go in as an infield single. I'll echo this point again. It's been exceptional defense from the Rams so far.
That one's a pass ball. The runner will advance. That was Picard's second hit of the game. She had the 2 RBI double and a single that time in her third at bat. The other one was a fly out. And here's somebody else, Botello, who's also flown out and had an RBI. That one, another good
great
diving
play.
attempt. The runner will hold at second. They'll
Got
get
her
the
there.
out at first. Did they get her at third? I don't
No.
think they did.
Fantastic play from Drapo there. Fantastic play.
Well, there are 2 away now.
As I was talking about how good the defense was, another great, truly excellent. Did get her by a step over there.
Lila Alvarez. Now, if that one where you didn't have to tag the runner, if it was like that, she would have been out. But
Correct.
You have to make the tag.
Not a force play. Alvarez
Smoked,
slapped it.
but playable, and that one I don't think got her.
Yeah, got her.
They did. Oh, that was close. Well, first time the Cardinals have not scored in an inning, so it will be 11-0 after 4.
Shannon Silva's out to talk about that call.
Yeah, I thought she was safe from here. Oh, she's got to be careful here.
As of right now, that won the inning. Shannon Silva with a lot of no runs across the net, and they do get a hit. No errors, and they do leave 1 on. She was not happy about that call. That would have extended the lead to 12-0. It's not like it's a 1-run game in the last inning here. But that's the first inning that Case failed to score any runs.
Now, this is probably a question that you would have a better answer to it than I would. So, let's say the Rams don't score in this top of the 5th.
Correct.
If Case gets that 12th or 13th run, whatever it may be in this bottom of the 5th, is that like a de facto walk-off, or would they play the 6th?
The game should end.
Okay. So I didn't know if it was you had to play the 6th, make sure that it's still within 12 or 10 by that point.
It's 12 after 5, 10 after 6. Unless they changed the rules for the...
It's the first time you'd ever see a
tournament?
walk-off win up by 12.
Yeah.
And at least for both of us, the game seems to be moving quick because you and I have other endeavors that we have to be heading towards after that. We're only an hour 10 in so far. I'm going to make sure I switch my lineups that time. I almost didn't again. Make sure I have the outfield in front and the batters right to the side. Emily Guarino will lead off this 5th for the Rams.
Yeah, all 3 batters that are due up for Northbridge were a strikeout victim the first time up.
And I'll say this about the Rams too, like coming in, they didn't have that much of a shot. You get that one postseason win against the team that's only 1 seed below you, like that's something to build, like, because that's not a given for them.
There's always a chance in any game, any circumstance. There's always if victory was certain. Nice play by Preston there.
Yeah, Preston came over to her left right towards the fence to make the first out.
As I was saying, if victory was certain, he wouldn't bother playing the game.
And I've also noticed this too. Compared to baseball, softball seems to have less of upsets. Like if we're going by maybe 7 or 8 seeds or more, if we want to put it that way. It always seems to be the top-ranked teams.
It's usually how the bracket plays out, I've noticed in softball. Occasionally you see one that's ripped in the hole. Hey, good contact there from Northbridge.
That was Drapo with the hit into left. One out, one on. Callie Tevapo.
Nope. Facehold is first.
Oh. Hey, you know what? It's the middle of the week. We're all struggling right now.
Yeah, no, that's why we're here.
Summer heat came out of nowhere.
It's hot. Oh yeah, it's hot. Scored a bunt. Takes the strike though.
Yeah, it was a strike anyway down the middle.
It's the only strikeout looking so far. Case has not struck out at all. Facehold looked at a cold third strike in the 3rd inning. Throw down.
Yeah, I don't know if she had a jump that time or not, but Drapo right back over to first. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. That one will be low. I mean, we always look towards what to build on, no matter if you're winning or losing. If your case after this game, do you think there's maybe one area that needs some improvement at all?
Got her again.
Another strikeout, the second of the game that Faisal has taken.
Is there anything to improve on so far?
There's always something.
There's always something. I can't think of anything right now. How many runners have they left on? They've left 4 runners on base, so how about getting everybody home in the inning? Productive outs. Tavapo had that little, little itty-bitty single up the first baseline that kind of got it. I'm not going to say a rally because they haven't scored, but showed that the bats were there for.
It was right around that 3rd inning stretch, about that time. That one is tapped foul towards the Case dugout.
Very similar to that, except it went fair the first time.
Now, this is sort of like a de facto dugout on the Northbridge side, but there's no overhang, no really specific spot to put the batting bags, everything down. So they do get a little bench over there.
There's more room behind the fence, but got her.
Swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over.
So they do get a hit in the inning. They have 4 in this game. And 1 left, but once again, no runs across.
Oh, you got your head on, you're good. Where did it land?
It went over. It went like. I couldn't judge it.
We'll see if I can get this right for next time. Who's due up for Case in this? It's top of the order.
Top of the order.
All right. And that's what it's going to be for the Rams if we make it to this top of the 6th.
Yeah, don't quote me because I don't know about tournament rules. The rule is a 12-run lead after 5 and the game is over. Currently it's 11-0 in the 5th with Case batting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I don't know if tournament rules would require them to finish like the inning even though they've been past the 12-run threshold, or if they're waiving that in the tournament It's entirely possible they're doing away with it.
Yeah, I would have to assume that it's after. Because you're not going to let them pile on, let's say, 20 runs and then just end it after that third out.
No, I would think there's something in place, but
Tell you this though, Pellegrino for the Rams, although she's given up 11 runs, she still had one heck of a game. That one is going to be a foul ball.
it is, yeah, pushed it a little foul. No, Pellegrino has pitched well. It's, and by pitched well, in the respective, she has not been wild. She has 2 walks and a hit by pitch. But, I mean, the Case team can hit. They can hit very well, as you've seen. So if you throw it over the plate and they hit it.
Pellegrino is a senior on the Northbridge side, is going to be going to URI and going to be doing some engineering starting next year.
Oh, good.
That's pretty cool. That one is smoked into center field, but coming over to make the grab is Austin. Now, we already talked about the last game where it was only, well, I say only, but it was 12 hits on 22 runs. This game, Case is earning those hits and runs that time. They're not relying more on those errors and miscues from the other team.
They already have 11 hits. Northbridge has only committed 1 error in this game, which is a debatable one, too.
That one is hit and dropped by Tevapo. That one's close to score. It's tough to tell. I'll put it as an E9. I'll put it at that. Yeah. And it's not like it's getting published anywhere. So.
That was a tough play, but it was off her glove. So here's brief font. So be on the lookout here.
A 3-for-3 day with 5 RBIs and 2 homers. As you go for the hat trick of homers. She might.
It's crushed.
Oh, did it hit the pole? Yeah, that's a home run.
It's gone. Off the pole. And you can see it vibrating, and 3 home runs.
Yeah, there was a hesitation from everybody. I thought right away it hit the pole. It was going to be out.
Unbelievable. Is the game going to continue, or are we done? I think we're done.
It looks like we're done.
That's your typical walk-off.
That's the first time we've seen a walk-off when you go up by 13.
13-0. Brief fonts with not your traditional walk-off home run. Well, Keegan, that's why they're the 1 seed, as I'll say again. Dominant, dominant, dominant.
So they will now await their Elite 8 matchup against either Hampshire Regional or Clinton, the 8 versus 9. I mean, I would look forward to any of those matchups. I know Clinton, although the record is a little bit lower, they've earned that higher seed because of strength of schedule, so they play tougher opponents.
And Hampshire Regional is familiar to Case from last year, too. But Keegan, it was a pleasure to have you back on Swansea Media Network. And
yeah, I had fun. Maybe if it's on a good day next week, maybe we'll do this again, you and I. Or
we'll see.
Maybe Brady comes back for one more. I don't know if he's done or what the case is, but the Cardinals season will continue at least one more time. That's it for us, though. Adam Kitchen, good job on camera. And alongside Tyler Clark, I'm Keegan Hamblett signing off, wishing you the best. Have a good afternoon.